Hello and welcome everyone. One Above All is undoubtedly the most mysterious character within the Marvel Multiverse. The One Above All has only appeared and been mentioned a few times. He is not to be confused with the leader of the Celestials, who also goes by the name of One Above All. Living Tribunal first mentioned One Above All when Doctor Strange first encountered him. The One Above All is often unofficially cited as Marvel's creator. So what he really is, and how powerful is he? Let's get into it. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so that you will never miss an upcoming update. And with that out of the way, let's get started. The One Above All is apparently responsible for the existence of all life in the multiverse and possibly beyond. The One Above All is the master and sole superior of the cosmic overseer and arbitrator, known as the Living Tribunal, whose faces, embodying equity, vengeance, and necessity respectively, and are in perfect alignment with one another as it passes judgment. The Living Tribunal is said to be the representative of one whose might exceeds even eternity. The omniscient infinity wall within Death's realm described the Tribunal as the representative of the one who is above all. Master Order, whilst observing Adam Warlock alongside Lord Chaos, said, "And may the Supreme will smile on the Golden Warrior." Warlock later recounts how he was called to judgment by the Living Tribunal, who he describes as the servant of the one who is above even gods. The being is said to be the only person above the Living Tribunal, the all-powerful cosmic judge of the universe. In his own words, the being's only weapon is love, so his motives are seemingly non-hostile. He usually appears as a male, though he has been known to swap representation on a whim, and he has no certain form. Thanos and Adam Warlock were once able to bargain with One Above All, indicating that they can be reasoned with. The One Above All seemingly appeared to the Fantastic Four in heaven at the time of the Thing's death, praising them for their persistence in exploring the universe and promising extraordinary new wonders to be discovered in the years ahead, and eventually restore the Thing back to life. A grieving Peter Parker was encouraged by the One Above All, disguised as an elderly homeless man, to keep faith when his Aunt May lay close to death. One time when a bartender asked the demon Mephisto whether the Living Tribunal, having created the Infinite Embassy, was actually God, Mephisto responded, "No, he's not God. He's just the biggest kid in all the playgrounds. And if he knows the principle, he's not exactly chatty about it." Thanos and an alternative version of Adam Warlock gained a brief audience with the One Above All after their reality had been destroyed. It was here revealed that the One Above All, also called the Above All Others, exists beyond time and space and alternates between appearing as male and female. Thanos managed to convince the entity to restore reality in exchange for Adam taking up the vacant position and duties of the deceased Living Tribunal. In comics, when Thanos, controlled by his future self, began using the astral regulator to absorb the majority of the cosmic beings, putting the entire multiverse into chaos, the Above All Others and the Living Tribunal tried to stop him, but was all in vain as Thanos was able to absorb them both, thus becoming the god and the manifestation of the entire multiverse. Thankfully, Adam Warlock and Kang the Conqueror were able to convince Thanos to undo his actions and restore things back to normal. Talking about One Above All powers, the One Above All is omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipresent. He is the most powerful being in the Marvel Multiverse. He exists beyond space and time. His power is unlimited, incalculable, and immeasurable. He cannot be damaged in any way, and he has control over all forms of energy. But One Above All has one weakness, that is multiversal imbalance. When Thanos got hold of his universe's regulator, an artifact more powerful than the Infinity Gems, which was designed to keep each universe separate from one another, this caused a grave imbalance to the multiverse, something that not even One Above All was able to fix. One Above All is mentioned in the official handbook of the Marvel Universe as the entity believed to be the supreme being and creator of the Omniverse. According to the Marvel Handbook profiles of Eternity and Infinity, the only being known to have authority over eternity is the Living Tribunal, which is itself a servant of a higher power known only as the One Above All. And with that, we will bring this video to an end. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.